What subreddits do you feel were great in concept but never got the attention they deserved? And why? Mavens was supposed to be a place for people who were particularly skilled to provide tips and advice about their various areas of expertise, like life pro tips. Except for specialists, it could have been super useful for all sorts of folks, but it never took off. Yes, sleep. It was supposed to be the antithesis of no sleep, with guided police sketch. Mayop writes a police description of themselves. Commenter draws a sketch based on the description. Op then posts a pic to compare. Great concept. Just never really figured out a proper format for sketch drawing comparison. Reverse jokes. It was my own failure to promote it. You write the punchline as your submission. Then in the comments people come up with a joke to fit that punchline. Top secret recipes. So many classic dishes from restaurants that I'd love to recreate at home. But everyone's asking and nobody's answering. Google Maps. You can look at the whole world on Google Maps and there is an infinite supply of cool stuff to post on the subreddit. I made a couple posts where you could see the Aral Sea dry up as time passed. Super interesting, but the subreddit was small so not a lot of people saw it. I also made a series of posts called Scars of War, showing the complete devastation of Syria, captured by Google Maps. Whole neighborhoods were torn down. Awful stuff on a scale visible from space. Lately I've been exploring the Gobi Desert, and all the weird and massive earthworks and structures, with seemingly no purpose. There are grids, zigzags, and chaotic patterns etched on the desert floor hundreds of miles long. As I said, there is an endless supply of material, but not a lot of people see the posts, so I stopped posting there. Read my script. I mean, sure, it's got tons of people posting their scripts, but good luck getting anyone to read them, much less give feedback that's worth a damn. 2 Source News. It's mine. It didn't get the attention it deserved from me. Honestly, I started it when I thought I'd have time for it, and then I didn't. The idea is to force users who share news stories to find 2 separate sources with different references before posting, hopefully to make the quality of the news posted slightly better. I got really tired of seeing a story that was posted by 40 different outlets, but every single one was just repeating the same information from the same original source. I also wanted to have a way to encourage users to think about where they're getting their news from, by making them actually look up where it originated before posting. Unfortunately, that kind of thing takes active moderation and it's difficult to track well. If anyone else thinks it's a good idea and wants to take control of it and has time for it, I'd be happy to sign over the deed to it. Right T to T. If you have trouble remembering something, you can post it there and someone will create a memory hook for your situation. Like if you can't remember which way to tighten a screw, you can just remember righty-tighty. Anti-vaccine is a fake subreddit containing nothing about vaccines at all and instead is entirely consisting of videos of remixes of the Quad City DJ's hit, Space Jam. It has been recently quarantined anyway by an inept admin who doesn't get the joke. The joke's been going for several years now and it's disrupting a community that likes to post Space Jam videos with funny fake titles. And since Op is an admin, how about you, a golden zebra, some attention to this? I've now sent 2 quarantine appeals to modmail on r/reddit.com and have a Zendesk ticket open with Reddit help. Number 2,114,527. I have not heard back at all about anything. And it's been several weeks. Zero communication. You, Spez. This whole thread about to become one big subreddit CPR. Also, subreddit CPR. I like tombstoning because it's fucking hilarious, at least last I checked it was. An admin asking a question here feels like when the principal would sit in on one of your classes in high school evaluating the teachers. Now I'm worried the mods are gonna lose their jobs. I submatch. The idea of matching up users with similar interests and be friends was neat. I think the owner was just overwhelmed and it didn't work out. Panoramic activity couldn't say why it's not bigger, it's hilarious. Lampposts, it's just a place full of freaking lampposts. Been subbed for a while now, I always felt it deserved more subs. I have seen so many weird and interesting lampposts because of that place. Who knew something so simple could be so varied? These subs deserve much more following than current. University of Reddit, most underrated sub probably. People literally take classes there. Hard science, for the academically inclined. A collection of actual scientific papers. Not pop culture science. Those of you that still keep a sub alive even if it's just a flicker of the flame. You are the real MVPs. Sub Simulator GPT-2, a subreddit of AI Redditors simulating Redditors from other subreddits. With a language model trained on the Reddit corpus itself. Then individual subreddits. It's like a super advanced subreddit simulator. Silky chickens. The last post was 2 years and includes fluffy chickens in headbands. I cannot for the life of me figure out why this sub isn't thriving. Where are all of the chicken owners at? Low-stakes conspiracies. Movie trivia doesn't fit into the film theory or movie details subs. No context pics. What are pics should be before it turned into Facebook after relentless amounts of shitty pictures of people in hospital gowns, babies, AA coins, and other sob stories. Asterisk asterisk. Divorced birds. Shameless self-plug. The past greater than in this subreddit. We pretend it's the past by making posts and comments relevant to the current era. This subs era is changed periodically. I think it's a great concept, but I don't know how to get it going without advertising it in a bunch of other subs. Statement is the only place where I can make a statement. Nextdoor, it has so many funny ass posts. Sort by all time to get a good feel. Risky Google search was started by a comment and I was one of the first posters there, but it died pretty soon. I reckon it can be a good subreddit even NIW. Wish WTF, just a place where you laugh at weird products from wish.com. Find a bit over 30. Find a path and career subs are mainly full of students and postgrads, which is fine, because people at that age are often completely lost and really do need guidance. That's really important. Problem is, people over 30 are also often lost, and please get lost in the other subs. 30 to 35 and maybe up to 40 are the decisive years in one's career. and with older age people have even trouble with career moves. And I'm really sad that very few people seem to be interested in that sub. Accidental terrorism. Why is your username red? Question mark. The gritty past is a favorite of mine. Probably exactly because it never got the attention it deserves. It's a wonderful reminder of how terrible we are. Don't you know who I am is trotting along and sometimes gets new content. But I wish it were more often. Tony Hawk's stories are fun, but I guess there are only so many opportunities for this content. Wild beef is a good concept. It's basically when you forget the name of a word and call it something funny. Amputee. My mom's a recent amputee and it's been a big help for her. I think it would be great if it got more support. TQDC stands for Thinking Quickly. Dave crafted. This is basically a more specific DIWHY. It comes from this Disney Channel cartoon Dave the Barbarian, which was an old favorite of mine. There was a scene where thinking quickly. Dave crafted a megaphone using a squirrel, some string, and a megaphone. So posts would be these DIY creations that defeat the purpose of it being DIY. Because it's built using the actual item. Like a bottle opener made using some twine and AA battery. And a bottle opener I think it had, or has, some potential to be an active spin-off of DIWHY. Like how there's a asshole design of crappy design. Sharks with wings. Amish. I'm so glad you asked this. I talked to someone. I recently made an uplifting comment on a depression meme and told people to message me if they wanted to talk. Everyone needs someone to talk to, even if they feel like they have no one. That sub could be really good for a lot of people if it had more attention. I created a few but didn't know how to get them to gain traction. Baradias, make your own concept for a bar. Microstate, try to gather people from atolls. Microstates are my biography, write a small biography about yourself. Physiocracy, gathering information about a lost but interesting economic philosophy. Duck. Damn, I bet I'm too late. But, dogs putting things back is the greatest of subs. But it's pretty much dead. The Truman Project was something I was part of a few years back. It grew quickly from a great idea. It was a secret sub where members would choose a Truman to shadow follow on Reddit, and we were going to see if we could influence their experience without them finding out. It fell apart because there was no vetting process for the sub members and they kept tipping off our Truman, and then the whole thing became pointless. Global talk. Fermata and #X200B. Greater than Fermata is an interest game involving the matching of music with a given post. The original poster will submit a situation, picture, or emotion that they wish to see put to music. The community will post entries they believe to match the original post. Any Redditor can upvote the posts they feel are most appropriate and downvote any they feel do not match. The person with the most upvotes is declared the winner for that thread. It just never got enough people to play that you could expect a response. Ella Hulk. Shameless self-plug. Summit beer, something I started doing a celebratory beer after a hike, climb, trek, usually involving a naturescape. I intended for the sub to be sharing the moment with fellow adventurous people, enjoying a beverage at the peak of an accomplishment. Soak it all up before getting back down, enjoying the accomplishment. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.